Hey, this is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling, with Platinum vs. Raw from July 27th, 2020. Was it a better show than they have been having? Yes, which is not an incredibly high bar to go over. Let's get into it. So they had a kind of a standard video package thing going on. We're from the Performance Center. I was thinking about the commentary team of Tom Phillips, Samoa Joe, and Byron Saxton. I gotta say they're really good. Kind of meat and potatoes commentary. I think Byron does good chiming in. Tom Phillips does a good solid job, and then Samoa Joe's really, really great. It's no secret I'm a big fan of Samoa Joe on commentary. I think he does a stellar job. I think his counterpart on AEW's side is Taz. And I was thinking, who has the best announced team? And it's a toss-up between these guys and whatever combination AEW is doing. So that's pretty high praise. I could care less about NXT's team. I'm not a huge fan of SmackDown's team. So there it is. So we got Randy Orton coming out. In my notes, I have, this is really weird. Okay, so he comes out to kind of a mixed reaction of cheers and boos. Why the fuck is there a mixed reaction? Can we get everybody on the same damn page and boo the heels and cheer the faces? I just don't. Why should there be a mixed reaction at the Performance Center with a captured audience, literally a captured contracted audience? For fuck's sake, they should just be reacting loud and appropriately. Jeez Louise. So we show the stuff between Orton and Big Show's match last week, which I think nobody under the age of 50 watched, according to numbers. Orton, he's talking about all of the groups that he's been a part of. He puts himself over Austin and The Rock. He's the greatest, and he woke up this morning again. I know this will get a lot of praise as this great promo, but really, he woke up and he said, "Oh yeah, I want to be champion." God, that's shit. That line is shit, but it doesn't really hurt them either way. I'm just saying the line of, "Oh yeah, I realized I want to be champ," seems really fucking stupid for a guy who's been 12-time champion. Amazing. He did put over Drew McIntyre a little bit, and that's that. So he and Nia Jax pass each other like angry heelish ships in the night. She comes out, does her thing. See, the crowd boos here universally, probably because she's not really well liked. But they boo. She says she wants the title. Shayna Baszler comes to the ring, already more interesting than anything they've done in a minute. Shayna Baszler gets there. They get pulled apart, and we go to commercial. Not bad. Not bad. We go right into a match that they announced at the top, the triple threat, the Viking Raiders versus Cedric Alexander and Ricochet against Andrade and Angel Garza. I write in my notes, surely Andrade and Angel Garza are going to win this thing to get the title shot. Nobody else is interesting enough to deserve it. And that's what ends up happening. But this match got me thinking about this. The Viking Raiders, you know who they are? They're the modern day bushwhackers. Now, the sheep herders scared the shit out of me. The sheep herders were a team that I would see in the wrestling magazines covered in blood, doing all these barbed wire cage matches with the Fabulous Ones and the Fantastics all around. And I couldn't wait to see them, and I was super scared. And I finally got to see the sheep herders be the sheep herders, and it was amazing. It was right up there with my experience of seeing Bruiser Brody for the first time. And amazing. And then they get to the WWF and they're licking people's foreheads and whoa, hey. And it was a crashing disappointment. Now, they probably made more money in their career in the WWF than at any point, and it made them super famous, but there always felt like there was something lost. And the Viking Raiders going from War Machine to whatever the fuck this is, is a similar amount of disappointment. They're probably making more money. They're having a much easier time doing it. They're getting a lot of TV time, but boy, does it feel like something's fucking lost, doesn't it? All right, moving on. So, yeah, Garza and them win in a pretty good match. And so they're going to get a shot at the titles against the Street Profits. They also had the best interaction with the Street Profits, which I think is really smart. And Zelina was looking particularly awesome at ringside. So they Ford and Dawkins of the Street Profits finally got their names right. They're applauding them, and they get attacked by Andrade and Garza. Thank God. They should get laid out. They're way too casual about shit, and so Andrade and Garza beat the shit out of them. Yay. So Nia Jax talks to a ref. Because, you know, she's been screwed out of things by a referee. That's her story, and she's sticking to it. We go to commercial. Shayna Baszler against Nia Jax. Bell rings. They start brawling. They both get counted out. Baszler gets thrown into the plexiglass. It's good shit. They continue brawling, and they get pulled apart. Oh my God, a feud built properly. Super exciting. Seth Rollins against Rey Mysterio. We see more clips of that fucking feud. Jesus, are we going to do more eye shit? That's what I write here in my notes. Are we doing more eye shit tonight? Dominic Mysterio is going to show up tonight. They say in the promo. Seth, you know, Cody Rhodes catches flack from guys like from like Cornette and stuff and his sidekick because his stuff is too acted. They say it's too acted. It's like Cody's taking these acting classes, so you know his promos just feel very acted, which is like a stupid comment to make. The fact that he's able to deliver a decent oratory is great. But people are going to say this isn't too acted. Seth Rollins affected wearing his John Wick fucking suit, going like, Murphy, that's me, it's fucking awful. It's fucking terrible. And Dominic's going to show up, and I write down definitely more eye shit happening tonight. My God, can't they just run away from the shitty thing? Why do they insist on fucking keep pushing the button on the shitty thing? Just fucking it got done, walk away from it, move in a new direction. But that's not what we do here on Monday night, ratings dropping like a stone. Mark Henry's there talking with Bianca Belair and Ruby Riott, and it's actually, I like this. It doesn't really advance anything. It's just kind of a nice thing where Mark Henry looks relaxed, and I don't know. For me, it comes across as the most real thing that they've done, and I think it's really necessary to have these kind of moments. Go out to the ring, and Seth Rollins is there. Talks a lot of shit. Dominic comes out to confront him. Dominic finally, he nuts up and he starts hitting people, which makes a whole lot of fucking sense. They fucking crippled his father, right? And a beatdown commences for way too long, and I just keep writing again and again, where are the baby faces, 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 right? Alistair finally makes the save. It's good stuff. But then Alistair gets cut off. A big interplay between Rollins imposing his will upon Murphy, and then it pushes Alistair Black's eye into the steps. More eye shit. And Dominic gets a hold of a kendo stick. I gotta agree with Jim Cornette on this one. Why are there kendo sticks around all the time? I guess it's a wrestling weapon, that's why. Okay, makes no sense, whatever the fuck. Dominic, sends everybody scurrying away from the guy that they were supposedly pushing, who's now on the ground holding his eye. the fuck is this shit? So bad. The show's definitely taking a decline. Mustafa Ali, him and Truth have some interaction. And then the VIP lounge is happening. The Hurt Business is in the ring. Hurt Business. Fucking hate that name. Doesn't mean they can't get it over, but it's shit. I equated the Hurt Business here to, I think they're kind of holding the same standing as, say, the Dark Order, where it's a thing that could be a main event thing, but right now it's clearly not, and they're doing the right stuff with it. MVP, good on the mic. Really good on the mic. And MVP's got that United States title on display. And they put over the fact that Mustafa Ali made his, his re-debut. He showed up and got the pin. Good shit. They try to talk to the man. Basically, you could join our team. Thanks. People are trying to win the 24/7 title, including Truth. That's good. A little continuity there. Mustafa Ali against Bobby Lashley. Pretty good match here. Hilarious interplay with the ninjas in tow, all trying to win the 24/7 title, which gives a believable way that Lashley is distracted. But then he catches Mustafa Ali, puts him in the full Nelson. He taps out, which the referee doesn't notice right away, which I think is really weird. Small stuff. I notice we're going through a cycle of new referees on Raw. Not a bad idea. Give some different looks here going on. I tried to, I was doing a lot of comparison between Raw and AEW, since I think AEW is now punching up and clearly surpassed NXT in terms of many things last week. So now I'm looking at them in terms of Raw, because people keep saying, like, if Raw keeps dropping, NXT's going to take them over. How the fuck is NXT going to take them over when they're dropping as well? I think AEW's got an outside shot of eventually catching Raw in the relatively near future. So now I've started looking at different things, and so I'm looking at referees. And if AEW can tighten shit up and not make their referees look stupid, I actually think they have a superior referee group. It's just that they put them in positions to look fucking dumb constantly, and they need to stop doing that. Bobby Lashley wins. We got an interview with Dolph Ziggler. So now I guess this title shot that he was supposed to get in exchange for Drew McIntyre picking the stipulation is now, they very subtly, WWE's been doing this a lot lately, not under-delivering is what I constantly write on my notes. Under-delivering. It's supposed to be a title shot. Now it's not a title shot. And with the effects of them, and I wrote here, well, Ziggler's not going to win, so why not just make it a title shot? I don't fucking get anything that they're doing. I don't fucking get any of it. This writing is dog shit. And if it's true that Edge and Daniel Bryan have been added to the writing team, that should make me happy, except for the fact that I know that that's not going to make a lick of difference. It's not. It'll help a segment here or there, but we all know there's not a lot of hope happening. So we get a package with the Raw Women's title match. Cool. We're going in close to the end of the show. Very cool. Sasha Banks and Asuka. What can you say? Great fucking match. I mean, all the gaga with the finish from the pay-per-view was shit. I mean, the Stephanie McMahon announcement, which people seemed to be glad about, I thought was shit. I think it was terrible. Like, there's no... Again, just nothing being delivered. And because they've made it clear that it's pinfall, submission, countout, or DQ, I wrote down here some kind of shitty countout finish where Asuka loses. And that's exactly what the fuck we get. We get this thing of Perry chasing off Bayley. And then at the end, Bayley is beating up Kairi Sane against the fucking door. And is calling out for Asuka, so Asuka leaves where she's going to almost definitely win and gets counted out. And this is how Kairi Sane is going out. Fucking shit. I mean, I'm not mad that Sasha won. I'm not mad that, you know, they both got 2 titles and they get to brag and they get to run. This is their time. I get that. But again, another comparison I made to AEW, who's got the dumbest baby faces? And it's WWE by far. Drew McIntyre is an idiot, right? He's going to get, like I wrote tonight, it's like he'll win and then get RKO'd, even though he's been warned a million times, I'm going to fucking get you. And he let Dolph Ziggler pick the stipulation for Extreme Rules, which fucking make no sense. He constantly takes on title challenges, like that make no sense and are wildly inappropriate. It's like, I just won the title at WrestleMania, but sure, I'll take on Big Show. I mean, it's like baby faces are dumb, and Asuka here is really stupid as well. And it's a terrible way for Kairi Sane to go out. Really shitty. Is what it is. Murphy against Humberto. I write down here at the top, no way Murphy loses this. Where was Humberto during all of the stuff in the beginning? Again, baby faces are dumb. Baby faces don't care. Murphy wins. Big fucking deal. Now we get Drew McIntyre against Dolph Ziggler. Again, it's the same stipulations as their other match, except they both can beat each other up with stuff. Okay. All right. So Drew McIntyre cuts the promo before we start this thing where he announces the stipulation. He also accepts the challenge from Randy Orton for SummerSlam. That's the one thing that they're building correctly. I will give it to them. That is good. That's the only match that makes sense. It is what it is. So they go back and forth. A lot of kendo stick shit, a lot of chair shit. Drew wins with the Claymore. Kudos to Ziggler, who's always good at selling, for throwing himself through that table and making it look good. Good shit. And then Drew gets RKO'd. To the shock of nobody. Oh, fuck this show. I mean, and this was a better show, and I imagine ratings-wise it's going to do a little better because they actually set some stuff up in the beginning, and it was pretty good until they fucking hit dead fucking shit right in the middle. It was awful. Again, baby faces are dumb. It's good that they're mixing different referees in there. It was great to see Aja Pereira refereeing. That was exciting. But fuck, it's a show that feels of very little consequence. So we're going to have to watch. I mean, is anybody excited about Drew McIntyre and Orton? Not the match itself at SummerSlam, but what we're going to have to go through to get there. I don't think so. But it is what it is. This has been Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling, with Platinum versus Raw.